One thing I would like to address is the current focus of the chapter's administration. Well, I already explained why there isn't, or we concluded why there is a need for this administration. But the current focus is trying to respond to questions as soon as possible. As Peter also noted, the response time is currently not very quick, and that's very understandable when you have multiple things going on. And that's why I asked Peter personally to make sure that some questions land in my mailbox so that I can respond to them as soon as possible, and with the expansion of the administration team that will also be much quicker. Also, like the meeting of international chapters that's happening after the show, that's also a current focus to hold periodic meetings and keep them going.
Right.
To moderate the chapter development, that's also what we've been talking about earlier, but it's also a very big focus, making sure that everybody gets everything they need to get their chapter started, and making sure that everything is in line with the standards we have set. And also one more thing that we haven't discussed yet is that remediating conflicts currently. I'm not going to go into this in depth, but unfortunately not everything is going as smooth at every time, and sometimes conflicts arises, and this is where we would come in as well when there are conflicts between chapters or between the chapters and the website administration, just to make sure that this is solved as soon as possible, since it's a waste of the time currently that we should be spending on making people aware.
Yes, absolutely.
And as I promised, we will talk about the structure for the organizations of the chapters in a global framework. Well, I've been emailing with you, Peter. I don't know why I talk like this. I actually speak fluent English, but when I'm on a show like this, I get a little nervous and it gets out of hand.
You sound very, very clear. Don't worry.
Sorry.
That's
well,
okay.
The last thing I wanted to address was the structure of the chapters. So, basic idea I've been emailing with Peter about is creating a global framework, and we're already organizing the USA state chapters. My idea personally, so this has not been confirmed yet by anyone, is to create initially different sections divided into Europe, America, Australia, Africa, Asia, in these sections, so to say, to keep it as general as possible, and make sure that once we have activity in each of these areas, and activity is a lot, that we have somebody who is working on a more local level. In this respect, it would be continent-wide, to make sure that everything is running fine and communicating that through to us. To have somebody in a way responsible for that area. That's the way I see it happen. But
sure.
Of course, it's subject to change, and I would like to know what your opinion about it is, Peter.
I think that would be a great idea, and I think ultimately the expansion of what I would call the chapters team is going to be very, very important. In fact, all the things that you mentioned, are very much needed. Going back to the emails, the email response time is slow. I have sorters, but sorters can only do so much. I haven't been able to feel confident delegating communications to the movement outright. Well, certain tech things certainly are, but not actual questions and relationships. So in time, we're going to set up, again, a team that will basically get direct emails that are in relationship to the chapters. So that will be good. And as far as your comment about, conflicts, that will be another element of protocol. In fact, if you want to think about conflicts and add them into the chapter's guide that you're creating, maybe something just to comment on it, in case people have a problem, they know that there's a route to resolve it, obviously through meetings. And back to your final point, absolutely, I firmly agree that we need to expand, and we'll have people in such a position.
All right. Well, yeah, I will definitely incorporate it in the chapter's guide as soon as I can and have time for it. And I will definitely explain the steps to take for when a conflict arises. Actually, we're out of time, and I'm really enjoying it.